Guys, our beloved Champions League is back. Yes! The summer's actually gone very quickly and we are fully back with all the games, all the groups, hopefully stadium blocks. But today, first of all, I am going to have a look at each of the 8 groups and predict all of them straight to the point, no bullshit. There may be some unpopular picks, I might get some backlash, but it's all my honest opinion, so let's go. Group A. Okay, is that an A? It's already a banger. You know, I love these groups with a lot of historical teams, rich history, great fan bases. Surprises could happen, and that's exactly what Group A stands for. We have the Dutch champions Ajax, we have Liverpool, we have Napoli, and we have the Scottish giants Rangers. This combo really... Okay, you got it. And I'm gonna say this right from the start, there's gonna be at least one upset. Pretty simple, because in fact, Ajax, Liverpool, and Napoli are 3 teams who all have the clear goal to qualify at least to the knockout stages of the Champions League. But one of them will not make it, so there's gonna be at least one disappointment. Rangers clearly going into this group as the underdogs. They haven't been in the UCL since, don't let me lie, I think 2010. So that's 12 full years. They're gonna be on the pitch giving everything, delivering for their fans. But is it gonna be enough? Let's be realistic, I don't think so. I love Rangers, they're partners, friends with my club HSV, but against Napoli, Ajax, Liverpool might be a level too strong. So Rangers' goal should probably be to finish 3rd there and then go on another Europa League run, just like they did last season maybe. In my opinion, Group A is gonna play out like this. Liverpool, as criticized as they are right now for a reason, but let's be honest, they're not gonna bottle this. They're gonna make it, they're gonna finish first. Then Napoli and Ajax, it's really gonna be tough because both of these teams have pretty much lost their core, brought in a ton of new players, exciting new players, so it could go well, but it will surely take some time until they assemble, build some team chemistry. But I see Napoli a tiny bit stronger. For me, Ajax will go to the Europa League, and Rangers then, as sad as it is, they're gonna finish 4th. But I'd love to be proven wrong in this. Moving on to Group B. And this one is a lot less attractive for the neutral than Group A probably. We've got Portuguese champions Porto from Pot 1, Atletico Madrid with their anti-football, which I personally love. Bayer Leverkusen from Germany, surprise package, really. Could go out there and top the group, but could also finish last. Honestly, you never know with them. They lost their first 3 Bundesliga games. And then last but not least, you have Belgian champions Club Brugge, who are similarly to Rangers, the clear underdogs in this group, I would say. And with Atletico Madrid, I really don't know. Last season, they were already in a group with Porto. We also had Milan and Liverpool there, and Atletico just barely scraped the knockout stages. Got some dodgy referee decisions. To be honest, they really deserve to finish 3rd there. And this season, who knows? If you have Diaby, Schick, and maybe Wirtz, if he's back fit, will take some time though. These 3 turning up, Leverkusen, they're destined for the sky. And I think they could knock out Atletico Madrid of this group. Because Porto, for me, don't ask me why, but I think they're gonna advance. They have that European spirit. It's really between Atletico and Leverkusen who are the surprise packages here. Let me think. You know what? I'm gonna predict the group like this. Porto on top might be unpopular. Atletico 2nd, they're just gonna edge it again. Leverkusen sadly on a 3rd place. They might do well in Europa League though. And Club Brugge, well, they're gonna finish last. But they might still get 1, maybe even 2 wins. I think this whole group is gonna be very close together. No one really running away with 5 or 6 wins. I can't see that happening here. And now we get to the potential group of death. At least 3 of these teams are so strong. Group C, we have Bayern, Barcelona, Inter, and then the 4th team, unlucky, Victoria Pilsen. This kind of reminds me of the group that we got in 2018-19, where we had Barcelona and Inter as well, and then instead of Bayern we had Dortmund, and the 4th team was also from the Czech Republic, I think Slavia Praha. The iconic scenes when the Slavia representative was sitting at the UCL draw just laughing his own ass off because he couldn't believe the opponents that his club just got. This is probably the way Victoria Pilsen also reacted. And let's get it out the way, they're gonna have a lot of fun but finish 4th. Bayern, Barca, Inter. We're gonna see Lewandowski returning to Bayern just a few weeks after he left. I don't really know if that's gonna be a friendly comeback for him in terms of the fans and in terms of the result. Are Bayern gonna smash them once again, or are the new Barcelona getting their revenge? And neither of the 2 are guaranteed to qualify because Inter cannot be underrated. I am kind of tempted to predict Barcelona on 3rd again, but would be kind of funny, not gonna lie. But the rational part in myself says this. Bayern on top again, Barcelona 2nd this time, Inter missing out on the Champions League knockout stages. Once again, they made it last season, but before that, they did miss out a lot of times. Inter and the Champions League in the last years, not the best friends. But in the Europa League, they're actually title contenders. Could go either way though. I mean, imagine the scenes if Bayern actually end up missing out. It could happen, but this is my prediction. And now we get to Group D. Whether you agree or not, I actually prefer this group over Group C with Bayern, Barca, Inter. Because what I love the most in the Champions League is those equal balanced groups where any of the teams could literally finish from 1st to 4th. Anything could happen. And this is the case here, really. And we have amazing fans in the mix as well. Frankfurt. As Europa League winners, they're coming from Pot 1 and their fans are gonna make this a whole big football party. At least 6 times. You know, the last time Frankfurt played in the Champions League was 63 years ago. And in this single appearance, they went all the way to the final, only to lose against the iconic Real Madrid. And now they're back, alongside Sporting from Portugal, Tottenham from England, and Marseille from France. The highlight of this group for me, Frankfurt against Marseille and vice versa, because both of these two have insane ultra scenes, insane fan bases. But how is this group gonna play out then? Oh, this might be the hardest one to predict of all of them, really. Whew. We cannot deny that even though they come from pot 1, Frankfurt are the underdogs here. The weakest team on paper, but just like they did in the Europa League, they weren't the best team. They live off their fans. Imagine Frankfurt pulling over Sevilla, finishing 3rd, and then winning the Europa League once again. No, my prediction is this one. Tottenham are gonna finish 1st. I think, yes, they have Conte, who is not a fan of the Champions League at all, and he never does well in the Champions League, but they have a sick squad this season. They're building. Conte is the right man. They got in some very exciting new players, and they're gonna top Group D for me. Strongest team in the group. Then on 2nd, I'm gonna be bold and say Frankfurt are gonna go through due to their European spirit. Let's be completely honest, they're gonna neglect the Bundesliga. I would not be surprised if they stand on a 15th or 14th place before the World Cup, but they're gonna go all in for the Champions League because it's a big phenomenon. Frankfurt always values European competitions way more than the Bundesliga. They're simply an international or a tournament team. Between Sporting and Marseille, it was really tough for me. I just went for Marseille 3rd and Sporting 4th. Even if it sounds harsh to put a team with the quality of Sporting on a 4th place, in fact, it is a crime, really. But this group is just so close together. I could imagine Tottenham being maybe on 12, 13 points, Frankfurt on 9, Marseille on 8, Sporting on 7, whatever. But I really believe the final standings are going to be within this range. Very tough group, and one I'm looking forward to a ton. Moving on to a much easier one, Group E. We've got Milan, we've got Chelsea, Salzburg, and Dinamo Zagreb. Let's be quick, let's be simple here. We have 2 teams that will advance, 2 teams that will get knocked out. Chelsea have some problems right now. I think they're gonna have a kind of transition season. They have that new super talent strategy that their owner Todd Bowley wanted, building for the future for sure, but this season I don't see them up to the standards of the elite teams. So for me, this group is gonna go like this: Milan on top, Chelsea 2nd, still gonna advance, Salzburg on 3rd, and Dinamo Zagreb sadly on a 4th place. 3 groups are left, and Group F is gonna be another one that should be clear on paper, or is it? European champions Real Madrid, we have RB Leipzig from Germany, we have Shakhtar Donetsk from Ukraine, and Celtic from Scotland, Ireland, whatever. I mean, about 1st place, no debate, we don't have to talk about that. 2nd place could get a little more interesting, especially considering that Leipzig on paper, strongest Leipzig team ever. But in reality, they haven't quite found their form yet. I think they will find it though. So after all, the group is gonna go like this for me. The Kings are on top, Leipzig on 2nd, and then between 3rd and 4th, it was kind of tough for me. Shakhtar surely have the better team than Celtic, but I don't really know how they're gonna cope with all the political issues right now, which is pretty sad. Not sure. I mean, it's a miracle by itself that they've been handling their issues for like 8 years now. I mean, they had to relocate in 2014 or 15, but somehow they still mostly managed to get solid results in the Champions League or Europa League, which is very impressive. But I have a feeling this season it's time for Celtic. Shakhtar are gonna finish last, sadly, and if Rangers don't do it, then at least Celtic are gonna go to the Europa League, finish 3rd. And the Europa League is slowly building up to be a very exciting competition once again. We're gonna have a look at all 8 teams moving down to the UEL at the end of this video. But first of all, we're going into Group G, and there we have the return of Erling Haaland to Borussia Dortmund. Well, at least for 90 minutes. Manchester City, FC Sevilla, Dortmund, and Copenhagen. Another very cool group. I'm especially happy that my friends from Copenhagen made the Champions League. Been a while as well. But the real contenders for the knockout stages are surely Man City, Sevilla, and Dortmund. And I think Man City are quite guaranteed to go through again. So the big battle of this group is gonna be Sevilla against Dortmund. They also beat Sevilla in the round of 16 2021, where Haaland still banged in goals for them. Interestingly enough, they ended up losing to Manchester City in the quarterfinals there. So these 3 teams are in the same group now. Dortmund on paper look very strong this season. I've been to the game against Bremen where they showed their old face again, collapsed in the 19th minute, but I still think that they're gonna be more consistent this season. The defense should be better this season. I think they're gonna recover from this loss, and then the group is gonna look like this: Dortmund on 2nd for me, Sevilla on 3rd, and oh my god, Europa League teams, prepare your asses because Sevilla are back. Let's see, but I think Dortmund really gonna finish 2nd. I hope to go to the game against Manchester City in Dortmund. Let me know if you guys want me to do a vlog there. And then we already get to the final group, and I think I still have a surprise left in terms of my picks. Group H, the almighty PSG. We have Juventus with Allegri ball. Benfica, who managed to surprise us last season, knocking out Barcelona, and the last team is Maccabi Haifa. Might be the biggest underdog in all of the UCL this season. They knocked out Red Star Belgrade in the playoffs. I watched that game. Last minute goal for Haifa secured their UCL ticket. The last time they took part in the UCL was in 2009, when they were in the group with Bordeaux, Bayern, and also Juventus. Bordeaux back then a strong team, topped that group, Bayern second, Juventus third, and Haifa finished last with 0 wins and 0 draws, which I think, to be quite honest, this season is going to play out similarly. But I'm going to get straight to the point. I told you, no bullshit in this video. My surprise right here is this one. As sad as it is for me as a guy who loves Juventus, they're gonna get knocked out. I cannot see them going through. Last time that happened was in 2013-14, when surprisingly they lost the semi-finals of the Europa League against Benfica, who in my opinion are gonna knock them to the Europa League this season. I really can't stop giving all these side facts, fun facts. It's actually quite interesting though, right? Yeah, but I think it's gonna happen. PSG, in my opinion, very strong this season. Possibly this is the strongest PSG team we've ever seen in their entire existence. Finally, they got a proper manager, Galtier, who really values the chemistry, the spirit, the tactics, instead of just lining up the big names. Messi seems to be more motivated, Neymar especially, and Mbappe is Mbappe. As neutral fans, we might have to be a little bit scared of Paris Saint-Germain this season, because I think they're gonna absolutely annihilate this group. And then I don't even know if it's even that bad for Juventus to go to the Europa League. In terms of money, for sure, but they could finally win a European trophy again. And then we're already done. This is my UCL group stage prediction. These 16 teams are gonna be in the round of 16 according to me, and these 8 teams are gonna go down to the Europa League, which is 8 really strong teams, making the Europa League damn interesting once again. Let me know if you also want my prediction for the Europa League group stage. But especially give me your opinion on my full prediction. What underdog teams do you think are going through? What big teams do you think are going to disappoint? Whether you agree with me, whether you say, yo, Fiago, you're talking shit again, just let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And then I'm very, very hyped for this UCL season again. We're going to see each other, hopefully, in some UCL stadium vlogs. Up until then, Prediction Fiago is out. Peace.